Hi guys, today I'm going to show you my 72-hour kit for me and my dogs. This whole video isn't over until you see Toby at the end. Good morning guys, it's Carol. How are ya? I'm pretty good. I live at the top of Texas, up in the Panhandle. We don't have hurricanes. Flooding would be a rare occurrence, but we have wildfires and we have tornadoes, and you never know what's going to happen. Oh, my nose itches, sorry. So I have a 72-hour kit packed. This is what I thought of that I would want if I had to leave my house and only could grab my purse and my keys and nothing else. If I did not have time to collect anything up, what do I think I would need? So I'm going to show you. This is my grandson's backpack from kindergarten. My grandkids get a new backpack every year. That's a big deal. So I have this, but you can pick up backpacks at garage sales or anywhere. I would just wash them and, really well. But I bet somebody in your family has some backpacks that they don't need. So I'm just going to show you. This pocket out here has nothing in it, but if I had some cash laying around, I would stick cash in there in a baggie, because I put everything in a baggie because you don't want it to get wet. If it's raining like crazy or something. Plus, I may need a baggie for something like if somebody offers me energy bars or something, I could put them in plastic bags in my backpack. Well, anyway, I'm going to this is just a regular size backpack that a kindergartner took to school. I'm going to show you what I've got in it. And this is not a real extensive 72-hour kit. You can go online, just Google 72-hour kits, and you can find a long list of things of what you should have. You can go to ready.gov, and they have a list. Most 72-hour kits include food and water. I'm going to assume that if a tornado hits my apartment building, I'll need to go somewhere, but I will have access to food and water. And I'm assuming my kids' houses are all damaged, and I will have to go somewhere like the Civic Center. And why I say Civic Center is because when Katrina hit down in South Texas in the Gulf, we are, I don't know how far, 1,200 miles from there. I'm at the very top of Texas, and Texas is a big state. I'll look and see how many miles away we are from Houston. But anyway, our Civic Center set up cot after cot after cot, just filled a Civic Center room with cots, a huge room. And people evacuated from Katrina came this far. I was amazed that they would come this far, but I guess, when you have a lot of people who need to evacuate and have nowhere to go, it takes a lot of cots. But anyway, I always thought, what if I had to evacuate and I had to go to the Civic Center somewhere and sleep on a cot until my kids could come get me or something? What would I need? So that's what I've got in here. Kindergarten-sized backpack. I wanted a blanket in there, but I couldn't fit one. But I do have an old towel. This is an old towel that I got bleach on one time. Because if it's raining, you may be wet. You may have access to a shower. You may need a towel. Since I couldn't get a blanket in there, this would kind of work. I figure I can always use a towel. An old hairbrush. A toothbrush. An old eyeglass case. Now, I wouldn't put anything brand new in here because hopefully you're never going to use it. Just something to last you for a couple of days. This is an old eyeglass case because I can't see a thing without my glasses. They stay on my face unless I'm asleep, and when I'm asleep, I put my glasses in an eyeglass case. This is Band-Aids, some triple antibiotic, some Tylenol, and about a week's supply of my prescriptions. Now, because I have to have my prescriptions, you should mark on your calendar maybe the first of the month and go in and take these out and put new ones in so you use these before they expire. But that's what that is. This is just a bag of grocery bags and trash bags. You might need to put wet clothes in something. Who knows what you might need baggies for. So there. I'm going to assume my purse hangs on a hook by my front door. I'm assume if I'm leaving my apartment, I would grab my purse and my purse would have my cell phone. So here I've got an extra cell phone charger and the little plug-in thing and a little flashlight. Okay, this is an old pair of manicure scissors. They're pretty dull, but in a pinch, you know, my nails break like crazy. I'm assuming if I were in dire straits, I would have broken a nail or two. This is an emery board my dogs chewed the ends up off of. This is a almost used up tube of toothpaste and a deodorant. And you can, when your deodorant is getting down to close to gone, put that in there. Don't put a brand new. Let me get the dogs. I don't know about you, but if I were upset, I would not be able to think of a single phone number. Honestly, since I have had a cell phone, I don't know anybody's phone number. So get your little book at Dollar Tree, write down everybody's phone number that you might ever want to know. Put a pen in there, and definitely put that in a baggie so it doesn't get wet. This is a pair of garden gloves from Dollar Tree. They're fabric, but they're coated in plastic or something, so they're sort of waterproof. And then I have two gloves that don't match because we lost the other pair or something. So I've got those in there. Honestly, this is all coming out of here. I have a bar of soap. This is a package of baby wipes that the package it came in, you know how you open those and then they never really close back very good. So I had one that was damaged beyond being able to use, so I put all the wipes in here. Now that's quite a lot of wipes, but you can clean your face with them, you can clean your hands with them, you can use them for toilet paper. Then I have a couple of old washcloths, because I would want to wash my face. And then down to the bottom. This is coming out of here. I've got pajamas, an old pair of yoga pants, a long sleeve t-shirt, and I've been told to always pack pants and a long sleeve shirt because if it's winter, that'd be good. If it's summer, you can always cut it off and make it short sleeves and make shorts. You know, we're not worried about fashion here. And some socks, 2 pairs of socks, and then I've got underwear in here. So, that's what is in my 72-hour kit. You have to really pack it in here. You have to really pack it in here, but all of that came out of my 72-hour kit. Dogs are going to bark. I'll be back. Okay, Toby is very interested in what I have in this backpack, which is another backpack of my grandkids that they don't want anymore. And this is my dog's 72-hour kit. Now, I'm missing some things. I really should print out a picture of Toby and Molly, so if my dogs got separated from me, I could have a picture to show, saying, this is my dog, have you seen my dog? And put their names on the back, my name, my phone number, another in case of emergency number, one of my kids. So if my dog got separated from me, I could find him. And this has a little zipper pocket out here. I've got a pair of scissors because you just never know. And doggy bags because poop is going to happen. Yes, Toby, that's your stuff, isn't it? And then this is smaller than the one I use. This is a regular size backpack. This is slightly smaller. Okay. This is an old blanket of my grandson's, but he gave it to the dogs. It smells like home, smells like them, so they need a blanket. This is an extra collar for Toby that when I took it off of him, put a new collar on, I just crammed it in. This is more doggy bags. And if you buy doggy bags to pick up your dog's poop, go to Dollar Tree. You get 3 rolls for $1. They're horribly high everywhere else. This is dog food. Well, there's more baby wipes. Okay, these are extra leashes because I'm assuming I will have grabbed the leashes that they use right now, but you never know. This is one of their old toys. Yes, that's Toby's old toy. There's another old toy. A brand new package of bones for them to chew on, to keep them busy, and a flashlight. Now, what I don't have in here that I really should have is 2 bowls, one for them to eat out of and one to have water. You know, at Dollar Tree, you can get those bowls. They're about this size. That's what I should have in here because they're going to have food and water. So I've got to get a picture of Molly and Toby made to put in here. Also in my backpack, I really should have a copy of my driver's license because in case I get knocked unconscious, somebody will have some identification and put it in there with that little notebook I told you where you keep your list of all the important phone numbers. There's probably other things I could get in here because it was not packed really full, but that's what I have thought of so far, what they would need for a couple of days if we had to go somewhere where Red Cross sends us. Okay, you know, I hope we never use all this stuff. And I wouldn't put anything brand new in there, but just have something to be ready because you never know what's going to happen. Okay, but oh wait, now I'm not saying bye yet. I thought of something else. In yesterday's video, or the last one I did, I don't think I told you, if you're making a bowl cozy, it's going to go in the microwave, so you have to have 100% cotton fabric, 100% cotton thread, and 100% cotton batting, because if you put anything polyester in the microwave, it would most likely melt, might catch on fire. You have to have 100% cotton materials, thread, batting, and fabric to make the bowl cozies. And then, you know, I told you about the thunderstorm we had Saturday night, and I told you that I didn't get the brunt of it. My daughter did on the north side of town, and she had a lot of damage, and they had heavy hail, broke a window in her house, tore a big limb off of her tree and threw it out into the street, out of, you know, it went quite a ways. Her tree's in the middle of her front yard. Twisted the swing frame up like crazy, and just everything was a mess. Well, she had told me that they weren't home when it happened. They were on their way home, and that they could see swirling clouds above them. You don't ever want to see swirling clouds or be in a car. But anyway, later that night, that storm derailed a train in the next county. It's not very far to that next county, probably 30 miles, Casey?
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, it's just down the highway. Derailed a train. Now, where I live, that happens every year. At least one train gets derailed. So I'm going to stick that in here in case you don't have wind like that. that can actually derail a train. The news said the winds in that storm, when it hit the area where my daughter lives, were up to 80 miles an hour. So that's a pretty heavy wind. So I'm going to stick in just a screenshot of the news article about the one that happened Saturday. And then I'm going to add another picture of one that happened about 100 miles from me. Where I live, 100 miles, we still think that's our neighborhood. You know, that's in our our local TV district of a train. It was going across a big gully on a bridge and blew it off. It made quite a noise, I heard, from people that live in that little town. So I'm going to stick those pictures in there just in case you find that interesting. Okay, bye guys. Talk to you later. This was the train derailment last year. The next photo is of the one in Texas Saturday night, but it's dark. That's the end.